Hello everyone, and welcome to another very beautiful chess game of Morphy. And this time Morphy is playing with the rook odds, and his opponent is a player with no name. And this game was played in New Orleans in 1858, and this must be one of the last chess games of Morphy before leaving his home for competing in the Europe for becoming the unofficial world chess champion. And Morphy starts the game with playing e4, e5, bishop to c4, bishop to c5, d4, e takes on d4, knight to f3, b5, attacking the bishop and sacrificing the pawn. But Morphy played bishop to b3, d6, knight to g5, attacking on f7, and black is defending with the knight, knight to h6, and both players castled f4, a5, and can you see the threat in this position? Well, black is intending to trap the bishop with playing a4, but Morphy is ignoring the threat and he played f5, queen to f6, and Morphy played queen to h5, again not defending the bishop. So Morphy is sacrificing his bishop. And don't forget that Morphy is playing without his rook. He sacrificed his rook before the game. And black played a4, the expected move. Bishop to d5 by Morphy, but c6, trapping the bishop. And in this position, Morphy played an amazing move. He said all or nothing, and Morphy played knight takes on h7, also sacrificing the knight and forking the queen and the rook. So what else? Black captures the knight, king takes on h7, but then bishop to g5, attacking the queen, queen to e5, the only safe spot for the queen. Morphy played knight to d2, and then black finally captures the bishop, c takes on d2. And at this moment of the game, if you noticed, Morphy is a bishop, a rook, and the knight down. Materially, Morphy is losing very badly. Morphy played knight to f3, attacking the queen, queen to e8, and black is afraid in this position, and black is putting his queen to a safe spot. But let's take it back. And this position is interesting because if queen takes on e4, then we have bishop takes on h6, g takes on h6, and then knight to g5, forking the king and the queen. The pawn is pinned, so king to somewhere else, and then knight takes queen. So this was just one possibility, but of course black doesn't have to capture on h6. So maybe black felt the danger, and that's why black played queen to e8. And Morphy played f6, and black played bishop to g4, attacking the queen. Morphy played queen to h4, and after f6, if black captures the pawn, then of course queen takes knight, king to g8, bishop takes on f6, and there is no defense, and black is getting checkmated. So after, let's say, a ridiculous move, then queen to g7, and this is also called the kiss of death in chess. So black played bishop to g4, queen to h4, and then bishop takes knight, f takes on g7, not capturing the bishop, d3, that's check, king to h1, and what now? After f takes on g7, if bishop takes on e4, then queen takes on h6, king to g8, queen to h8, that's checkmate. And after Morphy played king to h1, black is in trouble, so Morphy is attacking the knight, and how to defend. And black played bishop takes on g2, a desperate move. Morphy captures the bishop, king takes on g7. Morphy captures the knight, bishop takes on h6, king to h7. And then Paul Morphy captures the rook. Bishop takes on f8 with check. So there is no time for capturing the bishop. After bishop to h6, if king to g8, then queen to g5, king to h7, queen to g7. The kiss of death once again. So if king to g6, queen to g5, king to h7, queen to g7, checkmate again. So in the real game, we have king to h7 and then Paul Morphy simply captures the rook with the bishop and that's check with the queen. King to g8. Paul Morphy played bishop to e7, saving the bishop, but knight to c6, attacking the bishop. Paul Morphy played queen to g5, check, king to h7, and then rook to f4. And after this move, black resigned. So the one and only possible continuation, let's say knight takes on e7, or queen takes on e7, it doesn't matter. So we have rook to h4, checkmate. So that's why after Paul Morphy played rook to f4, black resigned. And what a game, once again. So Paul Morphy sacrificed many pieces. He also started the game without one of his rooks, and that was a huge disadvantage for white. But somehow and some way, Paul Morphy managed to crush his opponent once again. And I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.